All right, so example 1 says find the domain of that rational function there. So remember, we said the denominator cannot equal 0, right? And so let's solve for x. How? Factor it. Multiplies a 2 and adds a 3. 2 and 1, minus and minus. And they cannot equal 0. So that means x minus 2 cannot equal 0. And x minus 1 cannot equal 0. And solve for x. Alright, so for my domain, that means every number except those two will work, correct? So we're going to start from negative infinity to the smaller one, smaller to the bigger one, and then from the bigger one to positive infinity. It's just like what we did several weeks ago. Now, what did we say would cause that restriction? What can be happening at that 2 and that 1? There's two things that could happen. Yeah, it could be a vertical asymptote or it could be a hole. All right, yeah, a gap. Okay, we call it a hole. So, how do we know if it's a vertical asymptote versus a hole? How? We graph it? No, we're not. We're going to graph it at the end without our calculator. But remember, a hole is that continuity that can be removed, and therefore that means it would cancel in the numerator. So if I factored the denominator, and it's one of the factors of the numerator, then it becomes a hole. In this case, were either one of these two in the numerator, the x minus 2 or the x minus 1? No, the numerator is x plus 7. So these two would have actually both been vertical asymptotes.